Hello, welcome back to my crypto world. This is our exciting second episode. I guess you call it exciting, I don't know. While I'm sitting here, I'm actually uploading the first episode, which is kind of an introduction and an overview of what the show is going to be about. And there's also a story about, there's a report about a Bigfoot sighting that I was told that has not been officially reported anywhere. For this episode, I want to talk about a few things. The first thing is I want to talk about the word crypto. We think about the word cryptozoology or cryptozoologist, and if we break it down in the word crypto, basically means hidden. So this is kind of my hidden world. You get a little insight into my life, some of the things I do, some things I like and think and whatever. And I'm going to try to answer some questions and things like that. In the description there is an email address where you can send me your questions. I'll try to answer them if I can. If I can, you know, I'll say I don't know, or I just want to answer. What else I want to talk about today? I guess I could talk about some trail cams briefly. I'm trying to make this video short as well. I don't want the videos running so long and be boring to everybody. But I'm gonna talk just briefly about trail cams. I have one here actually in my drawer I just recently bought. This is a little trail cam I bought. I don't know if you can see, but I took and it was just so it was a solid color. So, but I took a little vinyl, camouflage vinyl, and put on it, sort of make it, you know, break it up a little bit when it's in the mountains, make it a little harder to see. And on my other one, sometimes I use that camouflage duct tape you can find. I'll cut it and piece it on there, and kind of helps it blend in a little bit, maybe with the trees or whatever. Makes it a little harder to see. As we know that trail cams, people say that you can't capture Bigfoot on trail cam, but really you can, but it's very difficult. For whatever reason, some people say they see the hour light and they avoid it, or they smell it, or whatever. I don't think it's really a whole lot of that. I think it's just a matter of getting it in the right place when they're there. I don't think Bigfoot basically is like maybe a deer, where a deer has a set path that goes through every day at 4 o'clock or every morning at 6 a.m. I think Bigfoot does have a area that it maybe travels in or hunts in or whatever, but actually getting them on game cam is difficult. It's almost impossible, but it's not. It's because of the needle in the haystack type thing. It's, first of all, Bigfoot is rare, hard to find creature anyways, and then to be able to set up a game cam and actually capture one is more difficult. Another thing about game cams I also want to share with you is battery life. Supposedly a good set of batteries will last you the whole summer or whatever, and for my personal taste, I use the Railvacs. They're a little less expensive. They last, I found out they last longer than the more expensive things like a Duracell or whatever. I tried those and I didn't like them. They seem like they go down too quick for me. But the Railvacs are a little less expensive, and I get just as long, if not longer. Most of the time I get longer life out of them. That's even in my remote controls for my TV and cameras and whatever. But also, when you're setting up a game cam, what I like to do, I change it up some. Sometimes I just put them on a tree and strap them down and don't worry about it. And then sometimes I'll put them down low, and I'll take moss off of rocks or nearby fallen trees, and I'll kind of camouflage it a little bit. If you've noticed, I don't know if you've seen them, but I've got some real good pictures of a deer. I mean, it's really up close to the camera. I don't know if it ever even seen it, and I had it hid, the camera hid with moss on it, and it was it's kind of neat how it got so close, and just kind of stood there and stuff. But I'm fixing to, since the weather's getting nice, I bought batteries. As you see, I bought batteries today today? Yes, today. And I am going to put fresh batteries in my game cams and hopefully get them out probably, I don't know, in the next week or two. I don't know. I have to look and see what seasons are coming in. I think turkey season's getting close, so I'm not for sure. But I try to be careful putting out my game cams because I don't want to intrude on hunters. And I mean, if it's a season in, say like turkey or deer, I don't want to get out and mess up somebody's turkey hunt, tropping through the woods with my game camera and messing up everything for them. They've been sitting there all morning, freezing to death, and here I come with all my cameras and a backpack and dragging myself up a mountain and scaring everything away. But I'm hoping to get those out in a few days. I'm going to have to get my four-wheelers. I gotta air up the tires and stuff. They go down in the winter time and stuff. One of them's got a leak in it around the rim, and then the other one's just kind of dry rotted. It's my wife's four-wheeler. She don't use it a whole lot. So I guess that's my little tips for game cameras and what I use and some of the things that I do. I've heard of people taking a game cam and maybe taking a box and setting the box up with just like a small hole in it where the game cam can set back in it, to try to disguise it that way. I've heard them using a garbage can, small garbage pails, and hiding them. But for me, out in the mountains, either I'll put them in a place where they're wide open, where they're easy to see or whatever, or I'll take in. Sometimes I'll put them down low, cover them with moss. Then I had one instance where I had a big rock, and there was a tree right up next to the big rock, so I placed it right in there, and I put out some apples and things like that, and some, that way if something's coming, it actually can't see the camera. I mean, it's already past it. But that's just some of the things I like to do while I'm in the mountains. How I like to set my game cams and I don't know, I've caught a lot of wildlife, and probably I caught that one picture of Bigfoot. I caught some pictures of black foxes, which is kind of rare. It's kind of interesting. And see what else about anything. I caught a bear. I mean, we have more bear now here than we used to. Used to we didn't have any. I mean, it was very rare, but they re-released them in here, even though they told us they didn't re-release them, but over time people started seeing them, and we know they did. So, but like I say, I lost for words, I guess. This may be more difficult than what I thought. I don't know. Also, I guess I could tell you too, here I'm shooting this inside of my house. You may occasionally hear I got a bird over there. Sometimes he'll whistle. If you say the right thing, I don't know. Certain words set him off, or high pitches. And you may hear my fish tank bubbling. I try to keep water in it, where you don't hear a whole lot of bubbling, but I've had people complain about it before. Sounds like somebody's going to the bathroom. I guess it does. But that's some of the things. You may hear my dryer buzz. I wash clothes, believe it or not. Yeah, I have to wash my clothes. Anyways, I guess I'll continue on with this just a little bit. I want to talk about a 2013 sighting, Bigfoot sighting by my dad. My dad never did believe in Bigfoot. He always gave me a hard time about it and kind of poked good fun, good family fun at me about Bigfoot. And one morning, now I know you guys have probably seen the video and some of the interviews and things I've did over the years about it. But I guess there's a little bit of part missing about how my dad came about seeing this Bigfoot. He had gone to pick up my cousin who was night watching at a coal mine. And as you come out to where you got to make a turn, the road comes into a T. You can go right or left. Well, you can't hardly see to the right. the way the mountains are made, you can't see up the road. So my dad had kind of swung his vehicle to the right so he could lean up and look and see if anything was coming. And he swings it to the right to look, and then swings back to the left to actually go where he wants to go. So when he swings to the left to what direction he wants to go in, that's when the Bigfoot walks right across the road. I mean, it's within 30 feet of him. And it's my opinion is that he unknowingly tricked the Bigfoot. So it makes me think that, well, I know the Bigfoot has to have a train of thought that, well, that vehicle is going the opposite direction. It's safe for me to go across the road. Well, and that's probably what it appeared to be. But as he swung to the right and then back to the left, his direction, it was too late. There's the Bigfoot crossing right in the middle of the road. He'd already committed to going across the road. And I actually went there, and my dad came and told me 5 days later. He came over and told me, said, well, come out here, I want to talk to you. So we sat on the porch, and he told me he saw a Bigfoot. And it's funny, I said, well, why are you waiting? Why'd you wait so long to tell me? I want to go over there. And he said, well, I was ashamed because I'd picked on you for so many years about Bigfoot, and now I've seen one, so I was ashamed to come and tell you. But we ended up going over there. He took me over there where he actually seen it at, and I was able to find tracks exactly right where he said it crossed the road, and on the other side of the road. And then through the investigation and stuff, I found the track line, 30-some tracks, and I don't know. It's just the one little part of the story, I guess, that that's never really been put out there, is that how the road goes into a T, and you got to swing to the right to see, and then back to the left. How it kind of fooled the Bigfoot, I guess, and that shows that the Bigfoot has a conscious thought of what's going on. I guess he can anticipate events before they happen. Looks like, so that's kind of interesting. I thought that maybe people might like that. I hope that's not too weird for everybody. I can understand that. What else do I want to talk about today? What do I want to talk about? Well, I could tell you this. In the YouTube post, and probably in this post, if you do want to send me a question, just look down in the description. The email will be in there where you can send the question, and you can do like I do, just copy and paste, which makes it a lot easier. But and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. I'd be interested in hearing what kind of topics you would like to hear about. Would you like to hear more about my personal background, how I got to where I'm at now, as far as Bigfoot or whatever? Or would you try to talk about specific topics of Bigfoot or whatever? UFOs, I used to do a whole lot of stuff with UFOs. I still have an interest in it, but I feel like for me, that mystery's pretty much, it's just solved for me. I have my own opinion of what I think they are and what the purpose is. Ghost, I like doing ghost stuff. I got some stories I want to share about that. About ghosts. I lived in a haunted house for a while. I had a business that had a ghost in it for a while. But I don't know. That's kind of interesting. And I want to, in later episodes, I want to tell about some UFO things. So I don't know. We got some stuff planned. So, or I should say, I got some stuff planned. And in future episodes, I'm gonna try to scratch my nose a whole lot more. I don't know. Maybe I got company coming out. Well, anyways, it's starting to get a little bit weird, so I better get back on it. And I'll see you next time.